Andy, great to have you with us today. Thank you very much for your time. How would you define this reporting period in your own words?
I think it's very encouraging, and it demonstrates the diversity of businesses that we're now in across the whole range of learning. Really pleased with the 6% top line growth, the 22% growth in our profits, increase in EPS. And as you just mentioned, we're also finding that our new organizational structure means that we're creating efficiencies that we're able to deliver to shareholders.
I noticed here that there was a drop of 4% in your higher education, and this is not exactly, out of expectation, not exactly a shock to the market, but I do want to know whether or not you're concerned whether there might be a continued fall in enrollments in higher education, particularly in the United States, going forward.
Well, what we saw in the first half of the year, of course, was a rollover of the drop in enrollments last year in US colleges. So that was expected in the first half of this year. In the spring semester, we saw that drop fall through. It's a little early to say what's going to happen with return to school in the United States in September of this year. But what's important, and I think that the market's now understanding, is we have such a diversity of businesses. And our assessment and qualifications business, you mentioned our English language learning business, up 22% in H1, that enrollments in the US higher education business, while it is still an important part of the company, there are many other aspects to the company and businesses. So we feel very comfortable, and that's why we reaffirmed our outlook for the rest of the year.
Andy, the Pearson Plus direct-to-consumers business seems to be coming along nicely. Can you tell us a little bit more about expectations for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so we grew Pearson Plus to 4.5 million registered users. That's up 64%. Our paid users was up 47% semester over semester. And we're going to, for back to school this year, we're going to launch a channels feature. So the first version of Pearson Plus was really tied to a Pearson textbook. Now the channels are tied to particular subjects. So that allows any student who is studying a particular subject to have the study aids and the practice that they need to improve their exam grades.
If you think about where we are in education at the moment, as we start to see normalization from all the COVID craziness, how would you gauge how far out of the abnormal that we are? I mean, in terms of the numbers you're seeing and the business you're now doing, do you think that we are now back to something that looks like normality?
It's a little early to call regarding, I think, university and college education. I think what we are seeing is a new normal in terms of lifelong learning. I mentioned our assessment and qualifications business, and a lot of that business is certifications that are coming through, particularly in the IT and the tech area that we do on behalf of Google, Amazon, Microsoft, to name just a few. We acquired a great company called Credly, which is a credentialing company, and they're adding about 50,000 new certifications a week. So that gives you a sense of some of the scale in terms of, in the past, higher education was defined by just university and college. And I think going forward, we're seeing more and more individuals choose to further their education whilst they're working. And I think that's a trend that's here to stay.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.